Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for Aries for September 2010. This also applies if you have an Aries ascendant. So Aries, this month is going to be primarily about your work and your relationships. These are going to be the areas that are under sharp focus. And also, you're probably going to feel the pull of the fact that Jupiter and Uranus are now retrograding over your ascendant and back into your 12th house. So many of you have been experiencing huge changes, real turbulence, upheaval in your life, almost like you don't know which way to turn. And you are going to be given, certainly from about the middle of the month, a chance to reflect on some of these changes, a chance maybe to make decisions differently, to redecide on some things that you might have thought, yes, I'm moving forward clearly. Often Aries, you're off and you're up and you're going, and you may need to rethink some of the things that you've been up to and some of the things that have happened to you and maybe what the lessons are that you need to learn. But there will be this overriding need for you for freedom, Aries. Anything that you need to, that's feeling as though you're shackled, as though you're restricted, you're going to feel the need to break out. So woe betide anybody who is trying to pin down an Aries, because it's not going to happen this month. It really isn't. So we've got Mercury still retrograde until the 12th. It goes direct on the 12th of September. So be aware, it's a good time for reflection, for research, for thinking things through, but not a good time for starting new things. Good time to do the research and the planning, and after the 12th, then to put them into action. And for you, Aries, this is particularly going to be happening in your area of work. Work is coming under the sharp spotlight. You may have had some miscommunications in the work field. You may also have felt with this Mercury retrograde in your area of work that things are just not moving very quickly. You know, what's happening? You're putting out all this energy and nothing seems to be coming back. After the Mercury goes direct on the 12th, you should find things going forward more quickly. May not always be in the direction you're wanting them to go because of this Uranus influence on you generally, Aries. You are not going to be able to force things in the way you want them. You're going to have to just let go a little and allow things to flow and come out maybe not the way you had anticipated, but just differently, and they could be just as good, could be just as well, but you need to let go of the controls, particularly in the work area. Now, that doesn't mean to say you can't be creative, because you're extremely creative and coming up with new ideas, but just don't expect other people to be so responsive so quickly. As long as you don't have false expectations, then you won't fall far short under these transits. So big focus on work. Your life direction for many of you is changing. You may start studying something new or consider studying something new. Then the other large area of focus for you, particularly for the second half of this month, Aries, is going to be your relationships. Many of you are feeling as though this whole area, gosh, there's so many lessons. What do I need to learn? Some of you are looking to get into a relationship. Well, this could well be the month for you, but I also beware. Try not to get into a relationship too quickly, because you may draw into your life somebody who is very strong and rather controlling. So you may draw a relationship, but it might not be a happy one. So try to go slowly. Particularly after the 9th of the month, we've got Venus and Mars in your 8th house. So for those of you looking for a soul connection, looking for a deepness in your relationship, this would be the time for it to develop, for it to come true, for it to happen. This real soul connection that many of you are looking for, this could well be the last couple of weeks of this month. Also a good time to look at any joint finances, anything that you are getting into in a partnership with somebody. Good time to go really deeply into it, see that both parties are getting their needs met. That's going to be very important. On the end of the month, towards the very end of the month, we've got Saturn conjunct the Sun in your 7th house. This may well be either a time when you get into a committed relationship, when you really say, this is commitment for me, or it's an ending of a long relationship, one way or the other. But there will be nothing in between anymore. There won't be this indecisiveness. It will be like, yep, I'm clear now. This is the direction I'm moving in my relationship.
So a great deal of focus on your work this month, Aries. Good time to put energy into some research for the first couple of weeks, and then to put that research into action towards the end of the month. So also remember that try to make sure that you don't set up too many appointments that really restrict you. Try to keep your life as free as possible at the moment. Otherwise, this Uranus influence is going to blow things up in your face. Much better if you don't set too many parameters and too many strict boundaries where you're putting yourself into a corner. Allow yourself the freedom that you are definitely going to need. Freedom will be the key word for you this month. So there you have it. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you so many of you for sending in all these questions. I'm really enjoying answering your questions, where I answer one question for $25 in an email of up to 150 words. For example, what kind of a question you ask? You might ask something like, I've always been interested in architecture. Do I have the talent for it? Astrology can show you your talents very clearly in a chart and show you if you're going up the wrong alley or if you're going in the right direction. So please keep your questions coming. I love receiving them. Also, I'm going to be doing a video on the cardinal climax. This is coming up. It's already come up in August, but it's going to be with us for the next couple of years at least. Actually, I feel it's lasting until actually around 2015. These are some of the most powerful aspects in our lifetime. I'll be doing a CD on them, which will be just $5, which you'll be able to download. And I'll also be doing a video on them as well. And you might want to know where this cardinal cross fits in your chart and the areas in your life that are going to be affected by it. It's a big, big thing, and many of you are going to be deeply affected by it. Many of you are already feeling the effects, and some of you will have it to come. And I'm hopeful that I'm going to be able to help guide you and steer those of you who need a little bit of help through it. So I thank you very much for listening. For those of you that would like more information, please take a look at my website. Email me, don't hesitate to get in touch. Have a great month, and bye for now.